What if some of America's most legendary dishes didn't originate in a cozy farmhouse kitchen, a centuries-old European bistro, or a well-worn diner tucked away in a historic city, but somewhere built entirely on illusion? What if the true innovation wasn't in the neon lights or the spectacle, but on the plate itself? Las Vegas is a place most people think they know. Gambling, over-the-top shows, endless extravagance. Yet beneath all that glitter, under the glow of 24-hour buffets, and behind the doors of hotel lounges and the late-night hallways of the Strip, something remarkable was quietly happening. Original foods were being created here. Dishes that didn't just entertain, but went on to appear on tables across every state and around the world. And the surprising part? Very few people actually know where they first came from. Welcome to First Taste. Today, we're going all in. If this is your first time here, hit subscribe, because we do this every week, and you won't want to miss what's next. Food number 1. The shrimp cocktail. Today, it stands as a symbol of classic American sophistication, a dish you order at a steakhouse when you want to feel like you've truly arrived. But the version most people recognize, the icy presentation, the chilled glass, and that vivid crimson cocktail sauce, was actually perfected and popularized in Las Vegas. It was the Horseshoe Casino that truly anchored this dish in the American culinary imagination. Back in 1959, Binion's Horseshoe, one of the most legendary gambling halls in Vegas history, started offering a shrimp cocktail for just 50 cents. Not as a gimmick, not as a loss leader, but as a bold statement. Here's the almost unbelievable part. That 50-cent price lasted more than 3 decades. Through inflation, recessions, and the complete transformation of the Strip, the cost didn't budge until 1997. By then, the shrimp cocktail had become Las Vegas's most iconic food, a dish that perfectly captured the city's talent for making luxury feel within reach. It wasn't just food, it was a promise. Step off the street and feel like a high roller for just 50 cents. But Vegas didn't stop at redefining sophistication. Sometimes it had a way of transforming the ordinary into something unforgettable. Food number 2. The prime rib special. While prime rib itself has been around for centuries, the prime rib special, a whole bone-in roast, slow-cooked and carved tableside from a gleaming silver cart, served with horseradish and au jus, was something uniquely American. That dramatic, celebratory ritual became an institution in Las Vegas casino dining rooms. Back in the 1950s and 60s, casino owners realized that serving a generous, beautifully presented cut of beef at below-market prices was a surefire way to draw crowds straight onto the casino floor. The Stardust, the Desert Inn, and the Sahara competed fiercely, each trying to outdo the others with bigger, juicier roasts. By the late 60s, the carved prime rib had become the hallmark of Las Vegas hospitality, and soon the concept spread to steakhouses across the country. What's especially fascinating is that the theatrical silver cart, the crisp white-coated carver, and the performative pour of au jus weren't imported from France or England. They were invented in a casino, designed to convince a middle-class family from Ohio that they were living like royalty for an evening. And it worked. Prime rib didn't become an American celebratory dish by chance. Las Vegas made it one. But not every iconic dish came from strategy or showmanship. Some were born in the middle of the night, driven by hunger, necessity, and a little bit of creativity. Food number 3. The casino buffet. While the idea of an all-you-can-eat spread stretches back centuries, the modern American buffet, the scale, the format, the very expectation, was born in Las Vegas in 1946. Herb McDonald, a publicist at the El Rancho Vegas, came up with a late-night promotion he called the Chuck Wagon Buffet. For just $1, guests could eat anything they wanted. The goal was simple: keep gamblers inside and well-fed when the kitchen would normally be closed. The idea didn't just work, it took off immediately. Within a few years, every major casino on the Strip had their own version. Within decades, the buffet had spread across the country, from city centers to suburban neighborhoods. But here's what most people don't realize. The buffet wasn't just a meal. It was a clever psychological invention. The sheer visual abundance, the towering displays of food, were designed to make gamblers feel like they were already winning, that luck was on their side, and that the house wanted them to be happy. Food as strategy, food as mood. Today, the American buffet is inseparable from Las Vegas, feeding millions every single day. But not every culinary creation in the city was about sheer abundance. Some were about the opposite, making almost nothing feel like something extraordinary. Food number 4, the frozen cocktail. The blended margarita, the icy daiquiri, the brightly colored slush you stroll through a casino with at noon on a Tuesday. Frozen cocktails have become one of the most iconic drinking experiences in the world. While mixing ice and spirits wasn't new, the explosion of frozen cocktails in American culture owes its rise to Las Vegas. In the 1950s, the Tropicana and the Sands introduced large-format frozen drinks as a way to keep guests cool, refreshed, and, most importantly, always holding a drink while they gambled. These drinks were designed to last, to be visible, and to become part of the casino experience. Here's the quirky twist. The frozen cocktail machine itself was inspired by a Dairy Queen soft-serve dispenser. An inventor noticed how the soft-serve machine continuously churned and kept the mixture cold, and realized the same mechanism could work with alcohol. That invention directly led to the margarita machines now found in virtually every Mexican restaurant across America. Every frozen margarita ordered today is, in a way, a sip of Vegas history. Las Vegas had a knack not just for creating food and drink, but for borrowing ideas from other cultures and transforming them into something completely new and unforgettable. Food number 5, surf and turf. Today, putting steak and lobster on the same plate is so familiar it's almost a cliché. But the story of how it became an American classic is pure Las Vegas. While Vegas didn't invent steak or lobster, the term surf and turf and the dish's modern identity belong entirely to the city. Historically, combining beef and shellfish had happened here and there, but giving it a name, a menu presence, and a price designed to feel like ultimate indulgence, that was a Las Vegas innovation. In the 1960s, casino steakhouses like the Stardust and Caesar's Palace realized that pairing the priciest proteins from land and sea on a single plate created a sense of luxury guests couldn't experience anywhere else for the same money. Here's the twist. Surf and turf wasn't really about haute cuisine. It was a clever business play. By pairing two expensive ingredients, casinos could charge a premium while keeping costs manageable through the theatrical impression of extravagance. Lobster tails instead of whole lobsters, choice-grade beef instead of prime. It felt like a feast, even when it wasn't. That illusion, in many ways, captures the spirit of Las Vegas itself. The dish quickly became a national symbol of celebration, born from showmanship, late-night dining, and a flair for drama. But not everything invented in Vegas aimed to impress. Some creations were simply about getting through the night. Food number 6, the 24-hour Eggs Benedict. While the classic Eggs Benedict was born in New York in the 1890s, the idea of serving a full, elegant brunch plate at midnight, 4 a.m., or even 2 in the afternoon, is pure Las Vegas. In the 1950s, casino coffee shops on the Strip were the first places in America to offer a complete plated breakfast menu every hour of every day. The Golden Nugget and the Desert Inn were among the pioneers. The logic behind it was all casino psychology. If guests never had to leave to eat, they'd never leave the casino at all. What's truly remarkable is the ripple effect this created in American dining culture. The 24-hour diner, the Denny's at 3 a.m., the IHOP that never closes. The idea that breakfast is comforting, accessible, and timeless traces directly back to Vegas's refusal to let clocks dictate anything. In Las Vegas, there is no morning, no night, only the next hand, the next roll of the dice, and the food to carry you through it. Even the eggs. Benedict on your Sunday brunch plate carries a subtle hint of neon in its DNA. From early morning diners to one of the most technically ambitious culinary innovations Vegas ever produced, it's a dish born of the city that never sleeps. Food number 7, the Celebrity Chef Restaurant. Today, it's normal to walk into a restaurant designed and branded by a world-famous chef. Wolfgang Puck, Gordon Ramsay, Jose Andres. These culinary stars have flagship restaurants attached to their names, and their establishments now appear in nearly every major American city. But that entire concept started in Las Vegas. In 1992, Wolfgang Puck opened Spago inside the Forum Shops at Caesar's Palace. For the first time, a globally recognized chef brought his name and reputation into a casino hotel as a destination experience. It wasn't just about the food, it was a performance, a brand, and, most importantly, a reason for people to travel. Within 10 years, every major casino on the Strip had its own celebrity chef restaurant, and the idea quickly spread to cities around the world. The surprising part? Before Las Vegas, celebrity chefs were largely confined to a single flagship restaurant. The notion that a chef's brand could be licensed, scaled, and deployed across multiple locations in different cities had never been imagined. That very framework, what we now call the modern celebrity chef industry, was born on the Las Vegas Strip. Every time you reserve a table at a celebrity chef restaurant anywhere in the world, it traces back to that original Vegas innovation. And Las Vegas didn't stop there. The city also created something you've probably enjoyed countless times without ever realizing it was invented on the Strip. Food number 8. The competitive eating spectacle. It all began with the Giant Steak Challenge, the comically oversized 72-ounce steak, the wall of fame, the thrill of either shame or glory. Today, it's one of the most uniquely American food rituals. But the template for this ritual was created in Las Vegas in the 1960s, when casino steakhouses began promoting ridiculously large steaks as events meant to generate press, buzz, and social excitement. The Golden Steer Steakhouse, which opened in 1958, was among the first to turn theatrical portion sizes into their own attraction. Guests weren't just dining, they were performing. From there, the concept spread far and wide. Giant steak challenges showed up in roadside diners, Texas steakhouses, and family restaurants across the country as a way to capture attention and draw in crowds. The Big Texan's 72-ounce challenge in Amarillo, perhaps the most famous food challenge in America, is a direct descendant of this Vegas formula. Eat the impossible, get it free if you succeed, and brag about it to everyone. Las Vegas transformed eating into entertainment, and the rest of America eagerly followed. But not every Las Vegas food legacy was about spectacle. Some quietly reshaped the way the country experiences even the simplest meals, like breakfast. Food number 9. The luxury room service breakfast. The white tablecloth, the silver-domed trolley, the perfectly scrambled eggs and fresh squeezed juice delivered right to your door. It all feels like something you'd expect from a grand European hotel. But it wasn't. In the late 1950s and 60s, Las Vegas casino hotels were among the first in America to deliberately design and market room service as a luxury experience in its own right. The Desert Inn and the Sands offered 24-hour room service long before it became standard elsewhere in the country. Every detail, the trolley, the silver dome, the folded napkin, was carefully tailored for the Vegas market, where guests flush with gambling winnings needed reasons to stay in the hotel and keep spending. Hospitality historians note that Las Vegas was operating room service on a scale that wouldn't become common in American hotels until the 1980s, almost 3 decades later. What seems like an intimate boutique luxury was actually a Vegas innovation running for years before the rest of the country caught up. The most romantic hotel breakfast you've ever enjoyed? It was dreamed up in a casino. And then there's the one food innovation that surprises everyone, the one that seems almost impossible until you dig into the history. Food number 10. The all-inclusive dining experience. The idea that your meals, drinks, snacks, and entertainment could all be bundled under a single upfront price might feel like something dreamed up on a Caribbean island or a Mexican beach resort. But its true American origin was Las Vegas. In the late 1940s and 1950s, casinos began experimenting with comprehensive dining packages designed to eliminate every obstacle between guests and staying on the property. The logic was simple and incredibly effective. If guests never had to worry about paying for food, the psychological barrier to lingering, gambling, and spending vanished. The Desert Inn's early package deals are among the first documented examples of systematic, all-inclusive hospitality in America. Here's the wild part. The entire all-inclusive resort industry, Sandals, Club Med's U.S. expansion, even the cruise industry, can trace its roots back to Las Vegas. Casino operators understood decades earlier than anyone else that taking the price tag off food created a completely new kind of relationship between guest and property. Make the food feel free, and the stay feels like freedom. Las Vegas didn't just invent all-inclusive packages, it invented the feeling of them. Las Vegas didn't just build a city, it built a food culture. These weren't strictly 10 foods, but 10 defining moments where a desert city with no culinary history, no traditions, and no reason to be taken seriously decided to completely reshape how America eats. Las Vegas isn't just a destination you visit. It's a place that quietly shapes what ends up on your table, in your glass, and in the rituals of how we celebrate, indulge, and gather. If this video changed the way you see Las Vegas, or any of these iconic foods, hit like and subscribe to First Taste. Every day we uncover the hidden history behind the foods you eat every single day. Tell us in the comments which moment surprised you the most. Until next time, stay hungry. We can't wait to see you in the next video.